Hello, and welcome to the Rang Rouge unit of the Reek. And today we're taking a look at the AMX-10 RC. So, the AMX-10 RC is pretty much your classic conundrum of country-run reconnaissance vehicle, fast and nimble, but also a little bit more firepower to survive a modern battlefield. Basically, 6-wheeled vehicle, amphibious, fast, and armed with a big 105mm cannon, which for when it was introduced in the early 80s, enough to deal with a decent amount of Soviet armor. It does actually share some components with the other AMX-10, the 10P, so there is a reason why it does share the same name as they share similar parts. However, the main drawback to the AMX-10 RC, with classic French problem, no stabilizer, which you'd think would be quite important on a fast-moving scout vehicle. So it's a very accurate gun, but you have to be standing still to shoot it. Their main combat service have been in the Go For, and by the mid-2000s it ended up being an upgrade package, the RCR, basically adding on extra armor and defensive systems and removing the amphibious capabilities. There's still around about over 200 AMX-10 RCRs in French service, so they're slowly going to get replaced by the new Jaguar armored vehicle. Morocco actually has roughly 200 of these vehicles, and the Ukrainians have received a few already. In-game, the AMX-10 RC is a 40-point recon tank, armored vehicle, available to the French. It has 2 weapons. So you have your rather standard 105mm gun with 25 rounds of ammunition, 2.1 km range, 55% accuracy, no stabilizers, because French, Trove AP, 3 HE, and a rate of fire of 9 rounds a minute. Overall, an okay cannon, not exactly high powered or long range, but when standing still, it is quite accurate. You also have a single machine gun. Up down to miscellaneous stats, it has 3 frontal armor, turret side, 1 at back and 1 on the top, 10 HP, medium size, good optics, a speed of 85 km off-road, 150 km on the road, medium stealth, a decent, well, very good fuel autonomy of 1000 km, 43 km an hour speed, amphibious, and type restricted to motorized, mechanized, and marine decks. So, in battle, the AMX-10 RC, really the classic cheesy recon armored car of choice. Now, of course, has been overlooked quite a bit from the South African Roy Cats, which are, frankly, just better vehicles, mainly due to the fact they have actual stabilizers, which means you can shoot and scoot quite effectively. But the AMX-10 is still not a terrible unit, not at all. It has quite a decent battlefield use, and that is to go around enemy flanks and to be an absolute pain in the arse. This is really the unit of choice if you want to try to go CV sniping in the enemy rear line. Heck, you don't even really have to go for the enemy CV for this to be effective. You can snipe, well, transport units coming down the road, artillery unit, anti-aircraft unit, anything which may be on the backline. And with the speed and mobility, as well as the amphibious capability this vehicle has, that's honestly not that hard to do. And that speed and mobility is pretty much your main weapon of choice. It's honestly more powerful than the 105, as this is a unit with the armor, as well as the honestly quite lacking AP power. Not something which should be engaging or doing recon directly on the front line. You need to be using these things on the flanks in unexpected locations to really get the value out of the 10 RC, because on the front line it can only really provide limited fire support with that Trove AP and 3 HE. And in your classic Eurocore deck, you do get 2 cards of these with Trove per card, which is quite generous, and I would say this is pretty close to a must-take unit for your standard Eurocore or French decks. I mean, other good cheap recon options if you're on a lot less firepower is of course the classic German Lukes, which honestly I'd say perform a bit better on the front line as it's a bit more disposable compared to the 10 RC, but it's really down to your preference, as the 10 RC can operate quite effectively by itself. Overall, the AMX-10 RC is definitely a unit which requires finesse to use effectively. It may no longer be the king of the armored vehicle tab department, but under the right player's guidance, you can put its right vehicle in the enemy's wrong place, and, well, shoot a big round up their arse, I guess, and blow up that CV. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. This has been another Rang Rouge unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.